Today's update was a little bit of a short stream, but before I even start to go on to the update for the Minecraft world, I would also like to say that today's update also included a little bit of a model upgrade. Just nothing really big. I changed the eye color to be a little bit matching a little bit more what I wanted to have for the eye color. I did lose the cat shape for now, but I will try and work my way to find a way to make it still be looking nice. I also added a little bit of a better skin texture, which does seem to look at least better on the body over front of it. And I also have a little bit of my face makeup as well now. As for the world update, so world update for today. First of all, I spent some time completing the second layer's floor, which is for now complete in my opinion, because we did say in the previous update that I felt that I would probably keep it in a way that this nature area would not be covered by the above floor. We'll see if I decide to change my mind on that in the future, or if I decide to do some sort of more like glass oriented layer above here, or maybe I'm gonna have an idea at some point. I will also say that I started to plan for the above area how high I think this inside work structure might go, and we can go and look on it a little bit before we come back down to look at this stuff. So this is my current overall level of planning, where this is currently how high I think that I'm gonna make this entire floor. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still not 100% sure, but the idea of doing it at this height is because of this little experiment that I made here. Of course, I catch myself on fire again. It's not the first time today. So let's just wait until I'm not on fire so that I can show it a little bit better. Should be done any second now. There we go. So the idea here would be that this would be most likely a block layer. This would become a lava layer right here. This would become a new cauldron layer. And more than likely, this would just be the roof, which would allow us to have a second layer of lava generation on this floor. I am not 100% sure yet on whether or not I want to do a two-layer system. I know that it would work because we have the piping on the side for everything, like here and there, and I could still continue to do the multiple lanes of it as well. So for now, I am still in the planning phase for this. I'm still considering whether I want to keep it to only one high of lava generation, or if I want to try and keep it at 2 high. If I was to keep it only at 1 high, I could probably lower this one to one of the sides, or just move it to a place that would look nice. And possibly I could lower the roof here to maybe this block or something that wouldn't be too bad. And no upgrade on the power system, except that we were able to test how much power we are consuming now with some of our current setup, where as you can see we at least managed to get all 5 magnetic generator to be active at the same time, which means I probably need to start thinking about making a new a few more of them to continue the power generation over time. I don't think, yeah, no, we haven't really touched these these energy cubes now, which are technically batteries really for the entire system. So we haven't really touched most of that yet. As far as the area above here, we don't know what we want to do. For now, we are not, well, I am not sure of what I want for this. This area didn't change anything. this is the same layout as the bottom floor, so there's not much new on top except a little bit of consideration here, and the power usage, which is now a little bit more something that we can look into. I think that's pretty much it for the top floor. Bottom floor, we have removed the furnace wall that I had over here. This is still over here for now. This is slowly getting decluttered, and the upgrades have started to move to a different chest. This is more of a mess than ever. This is kind of in use for these for now, but it's probably gonna move to some other thing I need. Also, I should take a few of these, put them in here. I'm gonna need them for some upgrading soon. Nothing else in here matters. We did move the cobblestone generator that was here, and it's currently over in this new system. This is the cobblestone generator that we had in the house, which is now creating the cobblestone to put into this chest, which is currently full. And this chest is feeding into a bunch of these. These are flux hammers. The flux hammers are essentially automatically making gravel for me. The gravel gets taken into this system, into this chest, which currently doesn't even have any kind of backlog coming because we just are not producing enough gravel for the time being. And then they all comes into these flux sieves. And the flux sieves are all with diamond meshes at this time, and they are currently all being piped into this chest, and this chest is now the one that has a stack upgrade and the compacting upgrades, which is now the new place where everything's going to be accumulated as far as the gravel resources go. And it is now fully automated at this time, which means that as long as this world is open and as long as I don't overuse any kind of power, this is currently fully automatic. It's not overtaking the power generation either, as we can see if I go back upstairs. This is like pretty much back and forth with how much power there is. I think it's sometimes going up, sometimes going down. Right, like right now it is going down a slightly bit, but I think I'm barely not maintaining it for now, which means as soon as I put another magnetic generator, I'll be overproducing. One of the big reasons why it's affecting it so much is also because I have these other machines here, and we have the redstone furnaces, which have been put to use quite a bit. We finally have an induction smelter, which can allow me to make alloys and other materials that need to be combined into one, like Invar and other stuff that are required for some of these machines. We also have pulverizers, which for now I haven't really used yet. I'm not uncertain of whether or not I want to use these instead of the flux hammers. I think these take more power, but they're much faster, so I'm not certain yet of what I want on that. And this has a bunch of stone because we use these redstone furnaces to make a ton of stone so that I could be working on the floor above. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the world footing right now. Although, do you have anything good? Nope, he's got nothing good. And no, nothing changed in here, nothing changed in here. And we don't know yet, well, I don't know yet what I want for the pillars of the second floor to see how it's essentially held up thematically. I think that the pillars I already have, I mean, over here they're already built up, but I think that those pillars in some places like these, I do kind of like this overall look. I still think I need to spend the time to refine the look a little bit, maybe put some support at the top, support at the bottom, maybe some lanterns and other stuff. We also do desperately need to put some lights. I might put a torch here just for now so that it's at least a little bit brighter. We do need to upgrade our light source because for the moment we're using torches everywhere, and I would like to switch to either some lanterns or some possibly glowstone. There's a bunch of options for glowstone that you can just take a glowstone and bring it to actually bring it to no to a yeah bring it to a table like this one, and you can have a bunch of different options. I currently don't have these tables. I don't even know for certain if I can make any of those tables that can allow me to change stuff yet. This is something that I want to get to look into eventually, but light source are kind of a big deal. We also have plenty of material for the elevators now, so this is gonna be most likely the final resting place of these, although I may remove them to either color them or maybe I might have a little bit of a more intricate design around here. But for now, this is at least a good placeholder for what I hope to be more than likely the final resting place of these. They are in the exact middle of the island too, but I don't know if I want to change that in the future. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe it's gonna depend for each floor. We'll see what happens to that. And as far as it goes, this I think it's almost everything. Nothing happening on this island. The other island here has just received the essentially the wood farm has been moved over here. It's a little bigger, but it's not really automated or anything. It's just two long lines of dirt with saplings that I can put on top of it, so it's not really anything special. We do have a little bit of cactus growing here too, but it's actually a really, really bad design. I need to look into upgrading that as well. And that's pretty much it for now. No changes in this area. Oh, okay, apparently I didn't sleep in a while. But yeah, this is pretty much it for today. Not much going on in the world, just a little bit of progress. It was a short stream, and I think this is going to be the nature of things. Since I do work on the weekdays, I will have to keep to some relatively short streams and maybe somewhere between 2 and 3 hours, so the progress is not going to be as crazy as I had some on some of the days last week when I was actually on vacation and not working. So I think for most days it's going to be small projects, maybe once a small project is done, a little bit of progress on kind of some of the bigger project just slowly over time. And obviously we can see that I've already started to look into automation a little bit of for resources. And while this is pretty basic now and it's honestly not doing so great, it is actually giving me resources while I'm doing absolutely nothing. In fact, it was pretty much fully empty on iron before I ended stream, and I had pretty much took everything. And now just a few minutes of me ending the stream, maybe 5-10 minutes of ending during the end of the stream, plus the few minutes that I've been on the recording now, and it's already up to 55 iron ore, so it's actually not amazing, but it is actually producing quite a bit, so it's really helpful for now. And I do think that one of the next thing I want to do is figure out a different place to put this system. I do have a few things that I don't like about it right now and that I will want to update. I think there's a bunch of inefficiencies for the system at this time, and I do really want to find a better place to put it and to make it faster, better, and create like resources way faster than it currently is. Because for now it is creating resources, but it's also very dependent on how much like how much stuff is going through the entire system, which is currently mostly limited by these, and the fact that the upgrades I have are not actually that great. This one is a good one, but honestly, I'm not even sure that the hammers are what I want to go with. It's possible that I will move the hammers from being on the gravel to maybe grinding down gravel into, well, slowly grinding it down into dust instead with a multi-step process. And it's possible that I'm then gonna use the pulverizers for the gravel instead, because those are actually much faster if I put in the upgrades like I did for this one. These machines are actually really, really fast, especially this one. This is just for smelting on that for that one, but imagine this kind of speed, but instead of on this, you have it on this. It could be faster than the actual hammering, but I'm not certain yet. I will need to do some tests on it. I think that for now, this does a stack, but it's taking 80 ticks to do a single stack. I don't know which is faster yet. And it's not even a stack, it's a group. I don't know how big the group is. I would need to, honestly, I would need to look into it. I don't know exactly how much it takes. It also takes a decent amount of power. It's, I think there's gonna be a need for me to do a comparison between these and pulverizers over time and see what I think is a good option. And I definitely already need to start planning on making quite a few of these, at least extend this all the way over here, and probably, like I said in the previous update, probably do the entire line over here as well. I may even start to consider going like for a second, third, maybe even fourth or fifth layer up above. So we'll see over time what it ends up looking like. For now, this is kind of all I managed to accomplish in a small 2-hour stream, and hopefully I can slowly continue to progress throughout the week. And on the weekend, if I still decide to play Minecraft on the weekend, hopefully I can do a little bit of a bigger day with a little bit more progress. So that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.